It's been a while, my fellow Chibits, since I have talked about One Piece after its, breaks and all that, and hiatus. It's been a while since I've sat down and talked about One Piece, and what a glorious chapter to start off this week. Like, chapter day, this was a wonderful chapter to just start a day off. When I got to see this chapter, I was pretty fucking hyped, but also, just seeing different counterparts to Sanji, I was just so entertained, because, to do a brief summary here, okay? We had an evilish type Sanji that still has the pervertedness that Sanji has, but a little bit more eviler, and not completely evil, of course. He seems to be somewhat of a good guy, but he's, a little bit on the rougher side than Sanji. And then you have a female Sanji, pretty much Sanji's older sister, but it's female Sanji with breast. I'm like, yo, Oda. Like, it's so funny, because something that's constantly been made fun of by Zoro since, like, the beginning of the series when Sanji and Zoro, like, had the rivalry, curly brows. That's been one of the main things. That's constantly been something that describes Sanji. It's always been. And seeing how the siblings of Sanji have something very similar, their hair color is very similar to their eyebrows, I'm just sitting here so entertained, like, oh my god, I cannot wait to see the father. I can't wait to see his, like, eyebrows being fucking huge and shit. I can already picture it now, Oda doing something very wacky and crazy with Sanji's father. But when it comes to the designs of these characters, I like how Oda, he made them look similar to Sanji, but he gave them a little bit of a distinctive different traits to them. Yeah, like, some of their hairstyles or the way they look is very different. I mean, you have the clothing of Sanji's brother, his younger brother Yonji. He has a little bit of a different hairstyle, and his clothing obviously says Germa 66, but I mean, I like how Oda's kind of stylizing him a little bit to make him look different, where we don't confuse them with Sanji, but you can see how their face looks very similar. You can tell they're siblings to Sanji because of the way their face structure is, and also the eyebrows. That's just a dead giveaway. Now, when it comes to the, Reiju, getting to see Sanji's older sister, oh my god, Reiju. Her personality, I don't even know what to say. Well, I know what to say, actually, now that I really get down into it, because she kissed Luffy, and I know this is going to be talk of the town. Like, many right now are probably talking about it. I know many's probably already said something in the comments below about Reiju. They're like, oh, that Reiju, though, that kiss, all that. I know many are probably already talking about before they even get to this point in the video, and I'm going to, say my thoughts on it. So, Reiju gave Luffy a kiss. Now, this is a shonen, and romance is not something we see a lot in the series, but also kissing is one thing we don't normally see as well. And seeing Luffy get a kiss from Reiju, and it's Sanji's older sister, it's pretty fucking hilarious. It really is. But one thing that got me was the reaction that many of the Straw Hat crew made, especially Nami. I want everybody to take a moment to actually pay attention to Nami's reaction. She started blushing and shit, which was very fucking cute. That was so cute. That was so cute. But Reiju, though, apparently she likes poison. Like, she really loves poison. And she sucked the poison out of Luffy to where he's completely fine. And apparently the poison that Luffy had inside of him could kill a giant. So, damn, you can tell Luffy has really gotten immune to poison if he had poison inside of him that could already kill a giant, but he was still alive. That's just, holy shit. You could tell he's definitely built up an immunity for poison. But back on topic, though. Reiju, her personality, she's very quirky and spunky. I like her design, and I also like, somewhat of how her personality was. When she kissed Luffy, I think that was Luffy's first kiss, actually. I think it was. Can anyone confirm? I know Hancock hasn't. I know for a fact. But I don't think anyone else has, have they? Unless it was filler that I didn't see or something. But I do not believe that Luffy has ever received a kiss. So was this his first kiss? Huh. That's fucking hilarious. I wonder what Sanji's gonna say when he finds out. We know this is gonna pop up. We know for a fact, one day down the road, maybe not this arc, but one day it might pop up, maybe, and we get to see some dialogue with this, and maybe Sanji might get pissed off. Now, one thing I'm actually interested in is if Sanji actually is very protective over his sister. Because one thing we know about is, when it comes to Sanji, his personality, he protects women. He will lose a fight to make sure he doesn't hurt one. And I wonder how he reacts to his sister. Like, for instance, I wonder if he would be protective over her, or does he not really care since she might be somewhat stronger than him. Hey, that'd be pretty funny if, you know, his older sister was the one constantly protecting Sanji when he was young, and maybe also she was really strong where Sanji never had to protect her. It'd be interesting. I mean, I wonder if something to do with Reiju is why Sanji is like he is. It could be something like that. But regardless, though, talking about the overall chapter, it was fun. I had a lot of fun. There's bombshells here and there throughout the entire chapter, along with that final part of the chapter. Oh my god. Jinbei. Jinbei is popping up. Now, we knew it was going to eventually happen, because we knew he had a connection with Big Mom. Well, we know this was going to happen. Since we're getting into Big Mom now, Jinbei popping up is kind of very obvious. But at this time, though, it's so hard to believe seeing him actually now going to be making his move and him joining pretty much the Straw Hat Pirates. Because Jinbei is going to be very crucial in this upcoming arc. I mean, he's probably going to be the ticket for the Straw Hat crew getting inside where Big Mom is and probably helping out. But also, Jinbei most likely is going to be very, like, important to the Straw Hats escaping after shit goes down in the arc. So I can't wait. I can't wait to see Jinbei in action, get to see him working with Luffy and everybody else trying to save Sanji. It's going to be rather interesting to see. Now, other things too to this chapter. We also come to find out that the Germa 66, or the Vinsmoke family, they're a very advanced family. They have advanced technology, and they have so much to offer to the world. And their entire ship is a Denden Mushi. So, that says something right there. I wonder exactly, does this imply if the Vinsmoke family might have made the technology of the Denden Mushi because of the ship? And they also, since they have, like, very high technology, like advanced and stuff, I wonder what else they have created that we might already know of, but we didn't know they made it. It's something, you know, for food for thought. But overall, the chapter had a lot of fun. It was a cute chapter, funny chapter, interesting chapter to get to see some characterization to Sanji's siblings, and I wonder exactly how Sanji's father looks. It raises many questions and eyebrows at that, because I'm willing to bet the eyebrows Sanji's father is going to be just fucking gigantic. Because we can now confirm that Sanji's family now has curly eyebrows, and they still have pervertedness, because Sanji's brother Yonji was somewhat perverted in this chapter. So yeah, but it does seem like he'd be fine probably hurting a woman, though. I think he's a little bit different when it comes to that regard. So the thoughts of, like, an opposite Sanji is still not completely disregarded, where we say it's not going to happen. So I'm looking forward to that. Anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. How do you all feel about this chapter? I mean, how do you feel about all the shit that happened? How do you feel about the bombshell at the end with Jinbei getting in contact very soon with Luffy? How do you feel about how the poison was removed from Luffy? Do you feel like that overall, you know, point of this chapter is going to be very important in the future, maybe with Reiju, and how she might give poison to others? Like, maybe there's a possibility she can actually give people poison as well. Not just take it, but give people poison. Maybe she builds it up or something, and she could, you know, give it back to someone. I mean, that might be a possibility, because we did get to see that when she absorbed the poison, the rash went on her, and I wonder if she can give that rash and the poison onto others. Because, as we know, the Vinsmoke family is assassins, so it's kind of apparent that assassins would be somewhat immune to poison, at the very least high levels of poison, or you know how to use poison. And I could see, you know, Reiju being somewhat of a person to use poison, but also being able to take poison away where she's kind of immune to it. Or maybe a lot of the Vinsmoke family are immune to poison. It'd be kind of funny if that did happen. But anyways, you all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.